enchantment. Come, little children, the time's come to play here in my garden of shadows. Follow, sweet children, I'll show thee the way through all the pain and the sorrows. Weep not, poor children, for life is this way, murdering beauty and passion. Hush now, dear children, it must be this way, to weary of life and deceptions. Bless now, my children, for soon we'll awake into the calm and the quiet. Little children, I'll take thee away into a land of enchantment. Come, little children, the time's come to play here in my garden of shadows.
Hello folks, and welcome back to a quick episode of Paranormal Tech. Hello guys, let me just turn around the camera here guys and just turn that down a wee small bit because I'm blind ahead of me. Let me just turn that down a small bit. So hello guys, welcome back to another quick episode of Paranormal Tech. When I do say quick, it is going to be quite quick. I'm actually on the school runs at the moment. I'm out to collect Ashley from school. She's out about 3:30. It's about 2:30 now, and I've exactly about a half an hour to run and tell you about this place that I'm about to show you now. This is Abandoned Chapel in Ireland, and it's lying abandoned for many years. There's a small bit of history in relation to the outside of the property, but we'll let you know when it comes to the end of it. We're going to show you a guided tour of the place first. We're going to play that song again, give you a quick guided tour. Actually, we won't play the song again because the Wi-Fi is actually pure utter SHIT, and that's why we can't do a live stream here. If you're a regular viewer to the channel, I like to do my live streams, and one of the live streams I have is really to keep in contact with Caroline 24/7 in relation to Leah, in relation to the new baby that's coming, and also is that I like to go in a live investigation. Even if there's only one person watching me when I'm doing a live stream, I feel that one person, or there could be two, or there could be 20, there could be 30, maybe sometimes 15, or there might be only 4. I feel like if I'm on my own and if I'm able to go live on YouTube doing an investigation, I feel like the people that are watching are with me along with the story that I'm about to deliver. This location, it's a fantastic location. It's an abandoned chapel in Ireland. It's lying abandoned for many years, and just the Wi-Fi is pure out the shite, and we just can't go live. So I have a half an hour to spare. I'm going to show you, give it a quick guided tour of the place. We will do a spirit box session in the confession boxes, and then we'll talk to you before we go. So I'm going to turn on the camera. Enjoy guys, and this is just a quick run out to collect Ashley from school. It's once in a blue moon you get one of these opportunities, so I said I like to deliver it. It's an awful pity that we just cannot do a live stream. So I'm going to turn on the camera and enjoy this one guys. So this is where the place where the priest would have been here, getting all these bits and ready before he went out and said mass to the locals, and that is the back door coming in there, and that door is lying down there for years, and that's the entrance into it guys. But this is where the priest would have came in here and got ready for mass and all that. But this place is actually lying abandoned for years and years and years guys, and I like to show you this place because it's only a matter of time, I suppose. The youths will find this place and destroy it. So I said I'd like to show it to you. So let's show you what it is. Here's the door coming in. And this is the entrance into the chapel itself. We have another torch as well, guys. I have it here and back up as well. So this is where it all would have happened. The priest would have walked out here. This is the altar where I'm standing. Let's see, can we get the other camera going? And this is where the altar would have been. So the priest would have walked out in around this direction here, and the priest would have bowed down, and he went to the chalice here, and the priest would have opened the chalice there to get his Holy Communion bread or whatever, and there would have been a bell hanging up here. And you can see the lights are gone from up here now, and the roof is starting to cave in bit by bit. You can see where the roof is starting to cave in, and the bits of the roof are starting to disappear. There's another bit of the roof gone, and there's actually another hole up here. But it's a pity that the priesthood wouldn't come in here and change it into a library or a creche or something. We have confession boxes over here and confession boxes over here, but you can see where all the drinks, it's the youth haven't really found it yet. There's a few cans of beer, right, and all that, and chippy food where someone's coming in and had a chippy. You can see all the chairs here where all the people used to sit down here, guys. Another bunch of chairs here. Another set of confession boxes here in the corner. It's just a pure utter shame that we can't go live here. I'm even going to check the bars here now we speak. And there's only 2 bars. You need to have about 5 or 6 bars to go live here, guys, or they'll be only cutting in and out. And we tried it 3 or 4 times. And up here then is where the choir would have been up here singing for the priest. Let's give you a guided tour of the place. So, this won't be long. So I'm trying to show you the place here. It's an awful pity the way it's gone, and you can see it's just falling apart, falling to pieces. And I say this place would have savage in relation to paranormal activity here, guys, in relation to, because many people would have come in here for their own funeral, mass and all that. And I know I picked up a book here one time here in relation, you can see the old church book down here in the ground. And I know I picked up this book before, and the name of this chapel, I know I picked it up before. We'll just see, can we see it here? Let's see, can we see it in relation to the Pope? I just can't, it's just faded away so much now. But that was an old prayer book, I say, they had here when they were singing their songs in here of the church, the lyrics and all that crack. That would have been a prayer book here when the priest was here, but it's kind of faded away. So we're just going to try and give you as much as we can, and we'll probably show you 1 or 2 other things as well. Look at the old chairs as well, guys, from the chapels and everything. It's a pity. It's just a pity the way things are gone. I say it was a fine church. That would have been another entrance, actually. I said it was confession, but that would have been another entrance into the chapel. You can see it there. It's a pity. Just a pity. That would have been another entrance. You can see it there with hundreds and hundreds of people over the years would have walked in here. You can see it there. Just a pure utter pity. And here would have been the confession box. The priest would have been in here. Actually, no, you or me would have been in here. So you and me would have walked in there, and the priest would have got the leather. The priest would have got the leather seat. Believe it or not. So the priest would have been sitting in here, guys, and you would have been down there kneeling and saying a few prayers, and the priest would have that old door closed, and he'd have this door closed here, and then the priest would slide this over, and he'd say, "Bless me, Father, for I have sinned." It has been so many confessions. It's weeks since my last confession, and that's where he would have been. So it's a pity. It's a sure utter pity, the way things are gone. And it's a pity that the priesthood that wouldn't clean this place up and turn it into a creche. It probably cost about 300,000 or 400,000 now to fix this place up. Eventually it'll be just lying in ruins. So we'll just give another guided tour of the place. All the chairs are still here. All the tiles are lifting up. That's because the water is getting in the top. We're 10 minutes into this run around, so we don't be too long, so we're collecting Ashley. The more confession boxes over here. We're just going to have a quick look at them. It's a pity this abandoned church didn't have Wi-Fi in the area, because that would have been another side entrance in here. And again, the priest here would have had another leather seat to sit down here, and then I would switch on here to switch on the light, and another door here where you would have been down there, and you'd be on your hands and knees praying that the priest wouldn't give you 21 Hail Marys and 30 All Fathers, and that's where he would have been. So we'll do a spirit box session there on the back, and you would have went in there. That's where you would have went in on your honkers, waiting for the priest to open that little narrow door there to give you your penance, and you would have been sitting here. So we'll show you upstairs now. So we'll just go upstairs now and show you. It's just a pity you couldn't just do a live stream here, because it'd be very, very remarkable to do a live stream. You can see all where the people would have sat here, left and right. I know I've done 2 investigations here, but we tried and we failed. But I just want to put this up. It is an abandoned chapel in Ireland, and you can see the way that you would have walked down here, and the priest would have been up around here saying his prayers. And I would say there'd be many of a spirit that lived in this area would still come back to visit this place. It's a pity the way it's gone. Let's see if there's anything else in relation. There's a newspaper in there. We might check that newspaper out and see what year is on it. Actually, we might do that now, if we can get in there. Let's see, can we get in there underneath our church in relation to anything? No spiral stairs. Look at that old bit of Hoover. So we're going to check and see what year is actually on this newspaper. It might give us some kind of an indication. So the paper says the 28th of June 1987. So it would have been the year this church would have been up and running, 1987. And you can see, I don't know who that lad is anyway, Brian Adams, I think it is, Brian Adams, and an old cartoon in it, and HB ice cream. You can see it there. So 1987 was the year. Yeah, 1987. We'll just make sure that is, just to make sure we have the date right. Make sure we get it right again, so I can show you guys. The Sunday World, June the 28th, 1987. So 1987 was the last time I say anything was done with this chapel. And there's another one of them blue books here. Let's see what it gives us the name of the church. It doesn't. Pope John Paul II to Ireland. So there was a celebration, so you can see it there. Celebrations during the visit of His Holiness John Paul Pope II to Ireland. So they probably had a celebration mass in here in relation to the Pope. You can see the Pope there in the picture, John Paul. Celebrations during the visit of His Holiness John Paul II to Ireland. So it has down here the 29th of September, the 1st of October, 1979. You can see it. So it's 1979 when John Paul Pope II came to Ireland, 1979, and they had a celebration mass here on the 29th of September, 29th of September to the 1st of October. They had a mass here. So this book is still in pretty good nick. Bishop of Rome. So they must have had a celebration. That book is actually in great nick. I can still flick through all the pages. Look at that. Yeah. So they had a celebration mass here, and in celebration during the visit of the Holiness John Paul II to Ireland. So when John Paul the Pope came to Ireland back in 1979, they had a celebration during the visit of the Holiness John Paul the Pope II to Ireland, the 29th of September to the 1st of October 1979. They had a celebration mass here for John Paul the Pope II. So there is something we found. Don't know what that is. It looks like a bottle of whiskey left there, and there's actually still some in it. You can see it there. Still some whiskey is still in it. So that's what they had. So the last Mass could have been said for John Paul II back in 1979. We did find the newspaper clipping there back in the 1980s. So let's take here, that would have been the entrance to come in. So we'll have to hurry it up now, we're 15 minutes into it already. I want to do a spirit box session as well. So let's go all the way up here, and see what's happening. We have to collect Ashley from school. I have to go to Dunnes Stores and collect bits and pieces for Caroline before we go home. We'll just show you this. So up here would have been the choir. There would have been singing songs up here. There would have been a choir singing a song here. And there would have been people off the area would have been sitting here, and they would have been sitting down here to the priest. They would have been sitting here to the priest, and there would be people sitting here. The priest would have been standing there. So it was a big old church in his time. You can see it. Big church back in his time. There has been people up here smoking cigarettes and shit, I think. They left their cigarette lighter behind them. So what we'll do, we'll sit here for a minute. We'll sit here for a minute, and we're going to turn around something here. So that's what that would have been. And so we know one thing, that in relation to John Paul II, that there would have been Mass said here for him. And probably one of the last Mass that was said here. Just want to check the time. How are we for time? It is 3 o'clock. So we have about a half an hour to spare. Let's make sure we have right. We have a half an hour to spare because Ashley's out at 3:30. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the spirit box session that we had on our last visit, and everybody seemed to enjoy it. So what we're going to put on that one. Let's hope that it does work. And the spirit box number 2, we're going to put that in. Just scan it as we walk around before we finish up. Today was only to come out and show you this abandoned church. I think it's quite remarkable. It's a pity that we couldn't do a live stream in it, because I say it would probably get great evidence in relation to the paranormal feed, in relation to John Paul II coming to Ireland back in 1979. But we'll put on this one, and we'll put on the spirit box, and we'll walk around and see what happens. Good evening, spirits of this chapel. Can you come forward? My name is Philip. I come with love, joy and respect. Mean no harm to this chapel. John Paul II, 1979. There was a Mass said here in this chapel between September and October. Is there any spirits with me now? Up here? My name is Philip. I come with love, joy and respect. Mean no harm to anybody. I'm just out and about. Came to visit. Can you say hello to me? So just going to put on the Ridge Monkey light. That scanning there, guys, it's not picking up anything yet. So let's just let it scan and we walk around. Hello, spirits.
Sarah.
That said Sarah. Is your name Sarah? Is your name Sarah? Did you come to this chapel? It's a pity the way it's gone. Something coming through, but it's very, very slow coming through. We'll just walk down.
Entering.
Did you hear that? Entering? Yes, I'm entering. I mean no harm, just come say hello. I just wish I had the money to do up the church.
Part in a cut.
If I had the money to do it up, I would do it up.
How about
Blood. My computer.
Who's that man I'm looking at in the book? Pope John Paul II to Ireland, the 29th of September to the 1st of October, 1979.
how about the
What are you planning?
What are you planning? Spice came through. I'm just coming here to do a quick spirit box session to say hello to you. My name is Philip, if you can say my name. I would appreciate it. It's sad the way this chapel has gone. Really, a woman's voice says really. Yes, it's a sin the way this chapel is gone, lying abandoned. It's a pity that the priests and the popes and the archbishops of Ireland wouldn't put funding into this chapel and turn it back into a chapel. It would cost a lot of money.
Kind of.
The word kind of. What am I looking at? Can you tell me? Can you throw something in the chapel to let me know you're here? Can you come forward? Can you come forward, please? Can you say hello to me? So we'll sit in one of the confession boxes before we go. We'll keep it going. This was only out quick and about, just to say hello, show you this abandoned chapel.
Greet.
Some man's voice says greet. So let's sit in here for a minute. So this is where the priest would have sat, and he would have opened up that box. You would have been sweating in there, and the priest would have stuck his head out there, and you would have said, "Bless me, Father, for I have sins. It's been so many weeks and months or years since my last confession."
3 days.
Oh my God, did you hear that? 3 days came through it. That's amazing. 3 days. And I would mention months and days. Wow, that is quite amazing. Did you hear that, guys? 3 days. I said, "Bless me, Father, for I have sins. It's been 3 months, 3 weeks." And the word we got in the response was 3 days. Now that is... We all had. So there is paranormal activity here. That's quite amazing to get that. Bless me, Father, for I have sins. It's been... I would say... It's been years since my last confession. And the priest would have says, "I'll give you 20 Hail Marys, 5 All Fathers," and you would have went out there and you would have spent about another half an hour saying them prayers before you left. And that's the way it was in them times. They were quite innocent them times. And some parishes. So let's try to do it. Can you give me your name before I leave? Can you give me your name? What's your name? My name is Philip. I'm just going to show you how dark it is here too, guys. Can you give me your name before I leave? My name is Philip. What is your name? Do you need help? Can you talk to me? Is there a priest here? Are you happy the way this church... Are you happy the way this chapel is lying abandoned now? Do you need help? Say help. So I'm going to bring it back here to me, guys. I don't know, guys, if you can actually see me.
Roommates.
So guys, I don't know if you can actually see me, but right across the road here, there's a credit union. And a couple of years ago, a member of a Garda Síochána was shot and killed at this location. He lived in the area, and there was a robbery in relation to the credit union, and this guard, Golden, was the first to respond to the robbery, and unfortunately the people that were robbing the place had guns, and they shot Mr. Golden, and he lost his life. Them people. And they lost his life. And that's the story behind this chapel as well. Mr. Golden lost his life in relation to response unit in relation to a robbery.
In England.
In England, did you hear that? I had to come to that. It said England there, and the two young lads that robbed the credit union shot the guard Golden, and unfortunately he lost his life. But they flung off to England, which is said there. You heard England come
What kind of food do you like?
They're asking what food do I like. You're going to have a cup of tea and 2 sugars. And they flung off to England. And it's still an investigation that still goes on. So that's the story in relation to that. And it was amazing how we got England on that as well, guys. I just thought that was quite amazing, how England came up in it. I'm trying to put on my light now. So that was quite amazing how we got England that came up on that device. So let's walk out of here. We're going to finish it up now. Just thought that was quite amazing. 3 days. So if there's any spirits in here before I leave, would you like to say anything to me? Would you like to say anything before I leave? It's just a pity that we just can't go live here, because it would be an awesome live stream.
From California.
So let's head out. I'm going to finish it off out here. So this is where the priest would have done his, he would have dressed up before he came into mass. This is where he would have came. So let's knock off the spirit box and let's head out here. Yeah, let's turn off the light because we don't need the light now. So, and let's knock off the device as well. I actually did have a look. And there is the garden in relation to the chapel. Let's knock that off as well. I'm going to knock off the other one. So we're going to make our way out here. Just going to keep that on there for a minute. Knock off the other device. Just going to knock off this, guys. 1 second now. Just going to knock off this because I don't want the batteries to be all going dead on me. 1 second. So that's the device knocked off. And we have the other one knocked off as well. No, we actually, the other one's still knocked on. So I'm going to knock off the device now, so there won't be dying in it as well. So we hope you enjoyed that one. We're just going to head back towards the car and we'll have a wee chat with you. Actually, we'll have a wee chat. We can actually do it here. We're just going to show you the area where I'm talking about now. We're just going to try and get out here. So just going to keep the camera down, so I don't want to give away the location too much. So that's the location. That is the chapel, what it looks like from outside. And we're just going to show you, that would have been the entrance of our chapel here. You can see it here. That's what it would have been, the chapel. And what I want to do is I want to keep the phone down and just want to bring you to, just want to show you where I told you about the guard getting shot. We'll show you that as well. We'll head back to the car. We'll try and cross the road. This was quite a busy road here. Just going to wait for that to pass. So so that's the chapel. We hope you enjoy it. As you can see it behind me. And it's just quite a remarkable location, and it's a pity that we couldn't go live in it. Just waiting for the traffic to pass and we'll show you another location here. We'll try and cross the road here, guys. We'll show you. So that's the chapel there. And we're going to bring down the camera so we're not going to give it away. And that is the credit union. And that's where the robbery took place, and the Sergeant Golden was shot in that locality there. It was an old national school, you can see it there, back in its time. It was an old national school back in its time, and they changed it into they actually changed it into a credit union. And unfortunately, 2 young lads raided the place a few years ago, and Garrett Golden he lived in the locality here, and he was the first one to respond to the robbery. And unfortunately, Mr. Golden lost his life just outside the doors there. So it's quite a busy road, and we have to wait a few minutes to see can we get across. And we could be here for another 5 or 10 minutes trying to cross this road. But we're just going to go into the car and we'll finish it off then. About another 20 cars. But I just wanted to show you the location of the credit union right behind the story. But it's a pity that the Wi-Fi is such bad in this area, because we could have done a live stream, but it's still very hard to get across this road here now. The first opportunity I'm going to get, I'm going to leg it. 3 more cars and we run. And we run. So it's very, very hard to get crossing. So we're just going to finish it up now. And we're going to go back to the car. We're going to pick up Ashley from school. Then we're going to run to Dunnes Stores, get a few bits for Caroline. So we hope you enjoyed that video. Something different. And it's definitely something different. So we're just going to finish it off inside the car. You guys can hear me better. Right. We're about to finish up. We hope you enjoyed that live stream. Or not live stream, we can't go live. The Wi-Fi is absolutely brutal bad. But it was an abandoned chapel in Ireland, and we got a few bits in the confession box. I think that place could be quite active. And I want to give a shout out to someone now. And my shout out is to Matt TUK. Matt TUK, thank you very, very much. If you don't know who Matt TUK is, here he is. Right here, that's Matt TUK. Look at him. There he is, that's Matt TUK. And Matt TUK has his own YouTube channel. He goes fishing, he goes walkabouts, he goes up mountains, he goes up hills, he camps, he does loads of bits and bobs, and he's a remarkable man. I met him last year with Carpy Chris and his wife and Dave in 30 East Drive. And Matt says, it's a pity, he says, you couldn't go longer in your live streams. He said, why don't you get a little black box and to keep your phone charged? And he did. He gave me a black box, and last year we were able to go live streams for 2 hours instead of 30 minutes. And Matt TUK, thank you very much. He's just after sending me a new device in the post. I received it today, and we have another new black box, so we can go live longer now. And it's all thanks to Matt TUK. I woke up this morning and Carney said there's a post here for you. Didn't even know anything about it, and it was from Matt TUK who sent me a new power pack so we can go live. Thank you, Matt. And that's our first present that we ever got of anybody who watches our channels. So thank you very, very much, Matt TUK. We really do appreciate it. So I really do appreciate it, because the small things like that do really count. And now we're able to go live a bit longer now. Caroline probably said fuck it. But anyway, thanks Matt TUK. Thanks to Karen as well, that's his wife. And hello to Dave as well. Dave is his partner when he goes fishing. And Karen is his wife. So big thank you to Matt TUK, and happy fishing, Matt. And that little gift was really appreciated. Thank you very, very much. And I also got a card as well, a Christmas card as well from Carpy Chris. So thank you very much, Carpy Chris. I got a Christmas card from you. I just actually just receiving it actually. Don't know why. I actually got that one before Christmas. And thank you very much, Carpy Chris. So it's goodbye from me, it's goodbye from Caroline, it's goodbye until our next video. Don't know when it's going to be, but I'll probably put up a quick wee ad where we're going to go. So thanks very much, guys. Thanks for being patient. That's just an abandoned chapel in Ireland. I just wanted to show you guys because we can't go live. We hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and we'll see you very soon. God bless. Slán agus Banach. See you soon. Goodbye. Alright, that's it. Goodbye, but goodbye. You understand what I'm saying. Thanks very much, guys. God bless. See you soon. Bye bye.